Alright, so I guess we should probably go take a walk around the cruise bazaar and have a chat with everybody and be like, hey, how's it going? You know? The attack. It was terrible, Meowlissa. So much death. I had not killed since I retired from running the shadows. Not until today. But you are not here to listen to me complain. So what can I get for you? Name it and I will provide. I'm just browsing. Don't mind me. Trying to have a chat. Did anybody die? I mean, it's not looking great because she's not here. Let's go talk to a coffee shop guy. What was his name? I can't remember. Hey, Altug. The Turk is pale. His eyes, sunken into his head, are ringed by dark circles. We are closed today, Effendi. I would have locked the door, but the lock is broken. Now I must stand guard. You look terrible, my friend. Tell me what has happened. He rubs his hand across his mouth. During the attack on the cruise bazaar, they broke through the door, heavily armed. 2 of them. They broke through the door and started shooting. No questions, no robbery, just shooting. Call me, my girl, my little street rat. He holds his hands over his face, collects himself. I reached under the counter. I keep a gun there, you see. And they saw. Both of them fired on me. Goldschmidt, that fat idiot Goldschmidt, flung himself in the way. How he managed to move that great mass of a body so quickly is a mystery to me. He hung there, suspended in time as they shot him, dancing on their bullets as they ripped him apart. But he shielded me long enough, Effendi. I was able to get to my gun and end those sons of whores. I'll get the bastards who did this. Of course you will, my friend. Of course you will. Someone has tread on the tail of a sleeping snake and we have been bit. Now its head must be removed or our little Kias will fall. Still, it is good for us, I think. Healthy. It reminds us that even though we have created our little island of stability in the cruise bazaar, this is still the flux state, still Berlin, and the wolf is always at the door. If we are to keep our home, we must be vigilant, and we need people like Monica, people like you, to keep it safe. So go in, my friend. Be healthy. Be strong. So call me and Goldschmidt did it. Fuck. Oh, what about Simi? Shit, what about her? I really hope she's okay. Oh, I should probably talk to... Oh. Hey, Lane. Okay, Samuel's okay. Alexi Lane looks to have endured the attack on the cruise bazaar without injury. You find him surveying the damage with sad eyes. You alright? The troll shakes a heavy head, showing more weariness than wound. Should have never happened. Not here. It is one thing to strike an old man whose time is done, but to attack the cruise bazaar and endanger the lives of innocents, that is unforgivable. The cowards who ordered this attack are dead. They just don't know it yet. There was a time I thought as you do, but I had made a vow to never make war again. Yet, if you hadn't been here to do so, we would all be dead. For the cruise bazaar to remain safe, it needs people like you. Everyone's super like, go fuck them up. Yellissa, what a relief to see you alive. You should know that your generosity has saved dozens of lives. What happened? When that... I can't look at that and take it seriously. When the attackers came, we all took refuge in the Meowlissa Civic Center. Its strong walls and sturdy gate kept us all safe from harm. Had our people been on the street, had they been in our old building, which came under fire during the attack, none of them would be alive. We owe you, Meowlissa. More now than ever. You may not look upon yourself as a hero, but to the people of the cruise bazaar, that is what you will always be. How is Alexander doing? Okay. He's alive. That's a start. That's not a good sign. I'm gonna say she's probably dead. I talk to anybody in here? Can't talk to you. Why does nobody in here want to talk to me? I'm like big strong hero lady, right? Fuck. So Simi's dead. Maybe if I had actually... Because it feels like, to a degree... Is there something I could have done to save Simi and Kami? Goldschmidt probably not, because I don't think I was even able to talk to him, but... Is there anything I could have done? Meowlissa, I see that you made it through the attack relatively unscathed. Did you have any run-ins with the attackers? No. Truth be told, I was in surgery when the attackers hit, and they never disturbed my office. I spent the entire story event elbows deep in the abdomen of an elderly dwarf. His nephrotic screen needed a tune-up. Lucky you. He grins conspiratorially. Lucky him, you mean? Poor old guy had the bladder capacity of a pygmy shrew. He was in desperate need of my help. But on to more important things. What can Triage do for you today? Take care. Yeah. How much money do I have? Not enough. I think all my slots are filled with cyberware. Yeah, I made sure of that before leaving for the rabbit hole, which was a good plan in hindsight. Gun guy? You're good. How are you doing? Meowlissa, I'm glad to see you made it through the attack. Not all of mine were so lucky. Are you okay, Hermetbach? No, I lost a niece today, but I'm doing a whole hell of a lot better than our attackers are. Those sons of bitches hit the wrong Kias. I put 6 of them in the ground personally, and when I find out who they are, where they lived, ain't nothing gonna save those people. But you didn't come here to listen to me rage. You're after a bit of payback yourself, I'll wager. So what can I do to help you get it? I have cash. Can I get... that's the one I have, I think? Or is it? No, it's not. So I need higher range combat for it. What's the one that I have? What? Okay. I just don't have it on me. Alright. I don't know. Hold on. Wait. I think I can look at what I have equipped and stashed. View equipment. Enfield AS7 SmartLink. So that's one below the one. Yeah. Good to know. What is my range combat at? 6. Yeah, that's not getting up to 8. That's not happening. Alright. I guess we could go take on Apex now. That sounds like a thing that would be in my best interest to do. So let's do it. I shouldn't ask who we're going to bring with us, because I know who we're going to bring with us. Blap, blap. Blap. No. Hey, I just wanted to see their equipment. I didn't want to take her out of the fucking take him out of the fucking party. Drug. Okay. I'll say we're good for now. Oh, I mean, I doubt we're gonna get any money out of any of this stuff, but it'd be nice if I could. Well, what would I buy? I don't think I'd buy anything. I mean, I guess I could buy a new deck, but that's about it. Apex, an artificial intelligence designed for matrix warfare. The thought of it sends a chill down your spine. For years, the shadows have been ripe with rumors of true AI. Names like Mirage and Psychotrope have fueled conspiracy boards on the Shadowland BBS since 2029. Most savvy Shadowrunners dismiss these stories as bunk. But from what Alice has told you, at least one of the stories is real. Apex is waiting for you, somewhere down in the basement of an abandoned Satyr lab. Unfortunately, you're going to have to wade through a lot of gang territory to get there. And I'm sure, you know, the lab itself might be crawling with Satyr goons. So that's not good either. Alright. Well, oh wait. Can I see what etiquettes I have? No, I can't. Oh, yeah. Security, socialite, Shadowrunner Street. Not gang. Great. Hey, boys. A huge orc in ragged combat fatigue steps forward to meet you. He walks with the swollen bravado of a man who's used to getting what he wants. One of his meaty arms jerks up, hand held straight upright in the universal sign for stop. The other clutches a bulky assault rifle. The orc inspects you. His body language is decidedly unfriendly. You don't look like a magnificer. Magnificer? Sure. You're not one of us, and I'm guessing you ain't here for the hub either. So tell me, who are you, and what's your interest in this building? I need to get into the basement. It's important. Oh, it's important, you say. He makes a sweeping gesture in the direction of the building behind him. The other assorted toughs behind him smile. Well, by all means, go on in. You're being sarcastic. Ha! You're a sharp one. He smiles at you, revealing a mouthful of jagged teeth. This building's under arbiter protection. We can't just let you waltz in and shoot up the place. I'm not planning on shooting anything, not unless I have to. Yeah, well, I can't exactly take that at face value. Look, it'd be better for everyone if you just turn back. We don't want to fight you. We can't risk letting an unknown player into this situation right now. Maybe I could help you out with your situation. Well, that puts a different spin on things. You look like you can handle yourself. We could probably use you if you'd be willing to help. There'd even be some money in it for you. But if not, well, that's a different conversation. But what exactly do you want us to do? Ager's tone is neutral. Her posture is relaxed. But one of her hands casually comes to rest on the butt of her shotgun. Ulrich doesn't seem to notice. We're having some trouble with the local mage gang, the Magnifikers. They attacked us without warning, took up in our building, and kicked us out onto the street. Me and my boys, we're the rightful protectors of this block, but the assholes that screwed us, they've got the building buttoned up pretty tight. We can't get in there to make things right, but maybe you can. If you could enter the building and do some damage to those Drek-eating Magnifikers, the Arbiters sounds good, would be willing to pay you 200 new yen per kill. You bring me back their amulets and you get paid. How's that sound? Ager raises an eyebrow. Your call, Fearless Leader. You know the timetable we're working on. 200 new yen per head ain't bad, but from where I'm standing, looks like you need my help, and that tells me that you can do better. Fine. 250 per head, but that's my final offer. Works for me. Good. Yeah, I think this will work. Ager gives you a small nod. Her hand falls away from the stock of her shotgun. You need anything else, or are you ready to go crack some skulls? I want to know who I'm working for. I'm Ulrich, leader of the Berlin chapter of the Arbiters. We're a poly club, small but growing. We serve the people of the working class, protect them from the parasites that would exploit them. You're not a fan of the F-state, then? Anarchy is not the solution to the people's problems. Do what thou wilt is a policy that rewards only the powerful. The working class gets trampled. A strong, people-centered communist movement is the only way to protect the interests of the common man. Give us a few years, and that's exactly what we're going to be. I want to know what I'm up against. Tell me about the Magnifikers. A gang of parasites. They think that their magical talents make them better than everyone else. Because of that, they feel entitled to take whatever they... whatever they want. Up until recently, they've been content with pulling pranks and stealing purses. Childish, Drek, but they were basically harmless. Then their new leader took over. Calls himself Trithemius, but I remember when he was just a skinny little prick named Yuri. That's out a derisive snort. I should have kept a better eye on him, I guess. Should have stomped him flat when he started putting on airs. Would have saved everyone a heap of trouble. Trithemius took over the Magnifikers, militarized them, and convinced them that they could take us. And thanks to the element of surprise, they actually managed to do it. York folds his arms across his burly chest. Any day now, we're gonna show him exactly how bad an idea that was. I think I'll start by breaking Yuri's neck. You look pretty dug in out here. How long do you intend to man the trenches? We'll be out here as long as it takes. We're taking our building back one way or another. For over 3 years, we protected that place. We held it for the people to do with as they pleased. Kept it safe from parasites and exploiters. Everything was cool until those Drexau Magnifikers sucker punched us. No negotiation, no warning. They just turned on us out of the blue. Brought a couple dozen spirits down on their heads. I didn't even know that we were under attack until the water in my bathtub snaked up and tried to drown me. Most of us got out alive, but we've been stuck out here ever since. Just give us some time, though. We'll take the building back. We'll starve them out if we have to. And when we do, those scrawny bastards are going to pay. Anything I should know about the building before I head inside? You'll probably see some burnouts floating around the ground floor. They're all there for the hub. It's like some kind of church or something. Guy called Parson runs it. Between you and me, they're all batshit crazy. Not dangerous, just nuts. Why do you keep them around at all, then? Because a lot of them are rich. They paid a direct load in rent, and we redistributed that wealth to the common man. Let me guess. You define yourselves as the common man? Do you see a tie around my neck, pal? Do I look like a corporate stooge to you? We are the friends of the people, and we are the people. Don't you dare question it. Just one more thing. I need to get into the basement. Anything you can do that'll help me out? Basement? What could you possibly want to go down there for? You wouldn't believe me if I told you. You'd be surprised, but I'll believe. Try me. Alright. I need to stop a killer AI so that I can rescue an elderly scientist from a ghost dragon. The future of Berlin could be at stake. You're right. I don't believe you. You're either lying or you're crazy. But crazy has its uses. Alright, I'll get you into that basement, but it'll cost you. You're charging us? Seriously? This isn't even your building anymore. You've got the wrong idea. I don't need Nguyen, friend. What I need is Trithemius's head on a fucking platter. Problem is, he's holed up somewhere in the building and we don't know where. Best guess? He's hiding somewhere upstairs, in a room with no exterior windows. Somewhere, probably someplace close, he stashed the power coupling for the elevator. He pulled it to keep us from getting access to the guns we stashed in the basement. So, you find and kill Trithemius, grab the coupling out of his apartment, and bring me that stupid amulet he's always wearing so I'll know he's dead. Then, I give you the control trip that I pulled when we had to fall back. Slot them both back into the elevator, and it'll take you straight to the basement. Alright, I'll see what I can do. Good. Just remember, no amulet, no basement. Now go on through and show that little prick what it means to screw with the arbiters. Alright. I can't get in there, huh? I can't get into the equipment and medical supplies. If I had better etiquette or charisma, I probably might be able to. Hey, person. Let's have a chat with you, because you sound interesting. The attendant behind the counter is an uncommonly fine-featured dwarf with a beatific smile. The yellow ID tag pinned to his chest announces his name in large, blocky letters. Parson. He nods at you and raises a hand in greeting. Welcome to the hub, sister. Are you here to share in the splendor of communion? If so, I can show you to an empty terminal. I have some questions for you about the local gang activity. He nods. We do seem to have more than our fair share. Very well, I will answer your questions. Should I be worried about the gang war that seems to be gearing up around us? While you remain in the hub, you have nothing to fear. We pay well for the use of this place, and neither gang would risk driving us away. And the rest of the building? If you choose to go exploring, I can't guarantee your safety. I'm looking for Trithemius. Any idea how I could find him? Trithemius is a dangerous man. Why do you ask? I have business with him. Private business. He studies your face for a moment, then nods. Fair enough. Trithemius is almost certainly upstairs, hidden away from the outside world. I wouldn't advise going after him, but if your mind is made up, I suppose that I can't change it. Yes, I can tell you how to find him, but I will need something from you in return. Yeah, of course you will. Saw that coming. Tell us what you need. A pair of squatters on the second floor ripped the guts out of one of my terminals. They have taken the data jack signal converter, and the terminal will be out of commission until I get it back. A single damaged terminal may not sound like much, but trust me, the entire experience of communion has been diminished by this act of vandalism. I believe that I know the squatters responsible. Their leader's name is Janet. She is a decker of some skill. I don't know what she has planned for my parts, but I do know that this situation will not stand. I cannot allow another terminal to be damaged. And so you want us to deal with them for you? Yes, but not with violence. I want you to talk with them and convince them to bring me back my components. Do this and I'll tell you how to get to Trithemius. Deal? Sounds straightforward enough. Excellent. It's a deal then. I might be interested. Tell me more. Communion is a spiritual experience, friend, available to all for a small donation. The hub acts as a core of the communion. Those who jack into it are in turn linked to one another, daisy-chained together at the brainstem. Race, gender, social class, all of the artificial barriers to empathy that we have constructed as a culture. Communion strips them all away. It is a monument to the great truth that so many of us deny, that we are all the same at the core. Imagine it, friend. Dozens of individual minds all tied together into a single cohesive whole, sharing in a collective unconscious, connected through the hub. Join with us and feel your limitations fall away. You and your congregation need to stop. There's a killer AI on the loose in this building. The dwarf's benevolent smile does not falter. You are quite mistaken. The hub is a place of peace. We are in no danger here. Alright, if you say so. If you insist. This looks like it might be a shop of some description. Hi. The man behind the counter looks tired. His lids are heavy and his eyes are bloodshot. Welcome to Carl's General Store. What can I do for you? I need some info. He rubs his eyes and does his best to shake himself awake. Yeah, what do you want to know? What's the layout of this place like? He pauses for a moment, gathering his thoughts. When his words come, they're slow as molasses. Well, you're on the first floor. That's the hub. And my shop. The second floor has mostly been converted into makeshift apartments for people to live in. A gang squats up there, the Magnifikers. Dangerous people. I'd stay away from them. The third floor is mostly housing too. Lots of Parsons communion crazies live up there. The Magnifikers have a squat up there too. He leans in and lowers his voice to a conspiratorial whisper. I'm pretty sure their main crib is up there too. Don't know exactly where. What do you know about the Magnifikers? They don't care about much aside from their own magic. The whole world's one big magical pissing contest to them. Always trying to summon bigger and bigger spirits. Dangerous stuff, man. Must be tough having to live down here with that going on over your head. It ain't easy. They charge less in protection than the Arbiters did, but they don't care about keeping anything even approaching order. They just hide out in their clubhouse, get high, and summon spirits to terrorize and kill people up on the third floor. Poor bastards. What do you know about the Arbiters? Bunch of tough guys. They took a big cut of my sales and protection money, all in the name of the working class. Funny, last time I checked, I was one of the working class. In fact, I'm the only one who's working in this whole damned building. But at least they kept some form of law. Mugging and assaults were rare, and they didn't let murderous spirits run loose on the upper floors. So, you know, you take the good with the bad. Let me see your inventory. Might have something unique. Nope. Alright, we're good. I suppose we'll go up to the second floor? There's an elevator. There's some rubble. Let's look at the rubble. If the game will let me. Sure, very interesting. Second floor. Because if this is where they're squatting, then it's probably in my best interest to, you know, murder all of them. Oh, hello. Nice to see ya. Ow. I like how there's literally an upturned table over here. Oh. We're getting into actual combat now, huh? Hey, I have a grenade launcher. Oh, there's more than one of you. More than two of you, rather. Wow, that missed. Alright, that one worked out well. Glory. I mean, you don't tend to really give a shit about... Oh, she has a new gun. I forgot about that. Hey, do some claws. Sure, that works. Ager. You got grenades. Phosphorus grenade. Wow. That'll probably work. Yep. That was a good call. Alright. Why does he ever just have his fists? I don't understand why the game does that. I'm very confused as to why the game is occasionally like, no, Blitz should use his fists, though. I don't really care about the drone all that much, if I'm being fully honest. It immediately broke free. Are you serious? You guys are bad at what you do. Wow, it has a lot of AP. Alright. That's not flanked damage? How is that not flanked damage? Hey, Glory. Can you... Really? Really? 92% and you missed 3 different shots. I hate this fucking game sometimes. Deadeye shot? Steady shot. Bang. Cover. Right. I forgot about that. Works out fine. Works out well enough. Okay, you're dead. You're the one that summoned the demon, so... The demon is, in fact... Oh, never mind. Okay, I guess it's gone now. Alright, hey, Glory? Could you try to do a little bit more damage with the claws, please? Slightly more? Thank you. We're good. Let's take a look at these spell books. These might be good for... Dietrich. Because I sure as fuck can't do magic. And we'll pick up all their amulets. The amulets. Oh, glue. Why'd I get glue? Why did I get glue? What's that for? What? Why do I have glue? It said I picked up glue, but... Okay. Sure. Whatever. I got glue, I guess. Hey. Can I hack these? No. Have your decker bypass the lock and open the door. Your decker pops the casing off the door control and quickly overrides the lock. The door unlocks with a click. Good. Hello, Janet. A middle-aged woman with chocolate-colored skin and shoulder-length dreadlocks looks up from her PDA with a start. She's decked out in form-fit body armor, and in a flash, her assault rifle goes from slung to held at the ready. Who the hell are you? And how did you get through the door? I knocked nice. You just gotta know how. She gestures with her rifle. Cut the shit and start talking. What do you want and why are you here? Parson sent me. He wants his hardware back. No way! Those parts are keeping us online. And not just us, but everyone with a new yen in this hole. Parson can keep running his ridiculous little cult just fine with what he's got. But us? We're the only matrix connection that these people have. Look, those parts can't be irreplaceable. Let me take a look at your terminal. Maybe we can figure something out. Alright, the terminal's in the back room. Go take a look. But if you try to rip us off, you're gonna regret it. Cool. I'm glad I'm at least vaguely smart. Examine the terminal. Let's read the whole thing first. The hacker's terminal has clearly been cobbled together using whatever parts they could find. In spite of this, it's a remarkably impressive piece of machinery. Studying the terminal, it takes almost time to identify the components that person sent you to find. At the moment, it is impossible to determine the part without disabling the terminal. The converter is required so that the signal the terminal sends can be interpreted by the data jack of its user. Perhaps a more common part can be modified. The converter is a pretty specialized piece of hardware, but a data jack impulse transmitter is a widely available piece of equipment and could be converted to work in its place. What do I need? Find an impulse transmitter. Hey. Looks like the part that you borrowed from Parson is acting as your data jack signal converter. I think that I can cobble you a replacement, but I'll need a signal regulator to modify. And you don't seem to have any spares on hand. Her eyes widen. You could do that? Jury rig one for us? That'd be amazing. Don't get too excited. We still need the part. I'll bet you could get one from Carl down on the ground floor. No one else around here would have anything like that. Well, except for Parson, of course. He's got more replacement parts than he knows what to do with. Alright, I'll see what I can find. Let's go have a chat with Carl. Should we maybe continue clearing out the magnifiers? Or should we... Nah, let's be reasonable. Let's do this. Let's do this inane, tedious side quest first. That's not that bad. This is a pretty routine side quest sort of thing. I'm looking for a data jack impulse transmitter. I've got what you need. 1,000 yen, no less. 1,000? Can't you cut me a deal? Why would I do that? For the community. No. Yeah. For the community. That terminal is helping people. In a place like this, people need to help each other to get ahead, or even just to survive. He sighs. Sure, fine, whatever. You can have the parts. You're a good man. Yeah, thanks. For now, nothing for now. I'm not even gonna give your shop my patronage. Because, oh, that's not where I want to go. Oh, thank God it didn't actually register the click. That's a fucking relief. Okay. We have the thingy. Let's go do the thingy with it. Modify the impulse transmitter and replace the signal converter with it. After a few minutes of work, the transmitter is modified and installed. You now have the converter and the terminal is still working. Neato. Hey, Janet. All fixed up. Everybody wins. You got your terminal and I've got my parts. Thank you. I'm glad this could end without bloodshed. There's been enough of that around here recently. Yeah, sure looks that way. Alright, let's go have a chat with person, get my information because we have his parts. I mean, I'm gonna have doubts that the information will even be useful.